Welcome to The Truth Chronicles. In a world where the line between fiction and reality often blurs, we strive to bring you the raw, unvarnished truth about some of the most intriguing personalities that have graced our world. Today, we dive deep into the life of an enigma, an icon, a legend, Marlon Brando. From his humble beginnings to the pinnacle of stardom, we will uncover the trials, tribulations, and triumphs that shaped this extraordinary man. So, sit back, relax, and join us on this thrilling journey into the life and legacy of Marlon Brando. Let's peel back the layers of the legend to reveal the man beneath. Stay tuned! Have you ever wondered about the man behind the legend, the early life of Marlon Brando? Born on a spring day of April 3, 1924 in Omaha, Nebraska, Marlon Brando Jr. was the son of Marlon Brando Sr., a chemical engineer, and Dorothy Pennebaker Brando, a suffragette and activist. Two older sisters, Jocelyn and Franny, completed the Brando household. Brando's early years, however, were far from idyllic. His family life was marked by instability, punctuated by an alcoholic father and the divorce of his parents when he was merely 6. Moving from Illinois to California, then to Washington, D.C., his childhood was also scarred by poverty and a stutter he developed during this period. Amidst these trials, a love for acting emerged, a love he first explored while attending military school, where he found comfort and expression on stage. The stage became a solace for young Marlon Brando, a refuge from a tumultuous home life. From humble beginnings, Marlon Brando charted a course towards stardom. His journey wasn't a straight line, but rather a winding road filled with trials, tribulations, and tenacity. After deciding to leave high school behind, Brando found himself immersed in the world of odd jobs, serving as a waiter and washing dishes to make ends meet. But the pull of the stage was too strong to ignore. His passion for acting led him to the vibrant streets of New York City, where he enrolled at the renowned New School. Here he found himself under the tutelage of the likes of Stella Adler and Lee Strasberg, two influential figures who would shape his acting style and philosophy. Their teachings, rooted in the method acting approach, resonated with Brando and helped him hone his craft. Brando's time on the Broadway stage began in 1945 with his debut in Truckline Cafe. Although the play itself did not enjoy a long run, Brando's performance did not go unnoticed. Critics saw something unique in this young man, a raw talent that was both captivating and compelling. His subsequent performances only reinforced this perception. Brando brought life to characters in plays like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Tea House of the August Moon, showcasing his range and depth as an actor. His portrayal of Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire was particularly noteworthy. Opposite Vivien Leigh, under the direction of Elia Kazan, Brando delivered a performance that was electrifying and emotionally charged. With every role, Brando was carving out a niche for himself in the world of theater. He was quickly becoming a promising young actor, with a reputation for his intense performances and a naturalistic acting style that was quite unlike anything seen before. Brando's talent shone brightly on the stage, setting the stage for a transition to the silver screen. As he stepped into the world of cinema, little did he know that he was on the precipice of a career that would forever change the landscape of film acting. The early 1950s marked a new chapter in Brando's career as he ventured into film. Having already made a name for himself on the Broadway stage, Marlon Brando turned his sights towards the silver screen. His film debut came in 1950 with The Men, a gripping drama in which he played a paraplegic war veteran. His nuanced and emotionally charged performance signaled to critics and audiences alike that Brando was not just a stage actor. He was a force to be reckoned with in cinema too, but it was the following year, 1951, that would truly mark Brando's arrival in Hollywood. He reprised his role as Stanley Kowalski in the film adaptation of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire, a part he had played to great acclaim on Broadway. His raw, visceral performance alongside Vivien Leigh not only captivated audiences but also earned him his first Academy Award nomination. Throughout the rest of the 1950s, Brando continued to deliver powerful and compelling performances. In 1953, he played a motorcycle gang leader in The Wild One, a role that would become iconic. And in 1954, he portrayed Terry Malloy, a washed-up boxer turned longshoreman in On the Waterfront. This performance would truly solidify his place in Hollywood, earning him the Academy Award for Best Actor. Brando's string of successful films didn't stop there. In 1955, he showcased his versatility by taking on a musical role in Guys and Dolls, a stark contrast to the intense dramas he was known for. Brando's ability to embody such a wide range of characters with authenticity and depth was a testament to his talent and dedication to his craft. With an Academy Award under his belt, Brando had firmly established himself as a leading man in Hollywood. His performances in these early films set the stage for a career that would span over 6 decades, forever changing the face of American cinema. The 1960s saw Brando continue to captivate audiences with his powerful performances. As the decade unfolded, Brando's filmography expanded with a series of diverse roles that showcased his versatility and commitment to his craft. He began the 60s with a bang, starring in Arthur Penn's The Chase. In this dramatic thriller, Brando portrayed a sheriff caught in a web of small-town politics and corruption. His nuanced performance encapsulated the complexities of a man torn between duty and morality. In 1967, Brando demonstrated his ability to delve into the depths of the human psyche with his role in John Huston's Reflections in a Golden Eye. Here, he played a repressed army major grappling with his hidden desires and the disintegration of his marriage. Brando's portrayal was both haunting and heartbreaking, further cementing his reputation as an actor who could bring challenging characters to life. Brando rounded off the decade with a powerful performance in Gillo Pontecorvo's Burn. Set against the backdrop of a Caribbean island struggle for independence, Brando played a British agent tasked with fomenting a rebellion. His portrayal of a man caught up in the brutal realities of colonialism was both gripping and thought-provoking. Throughout the decade, Brando immersed himself in each role, painstakingly researching his characters and pushing the boundaries of his craft. He was not just an actor, he was a chameleon, seamlessly blending into every role he undertook. Yet amidst the acclaim and accolades, Brando remained a deeply private individual. He shied away from the limelight, preferring to let his work speak for itself. His dedication to his craft was unwavering. His performance is a testament to his talent and commitment. Despite the challenges and controversies that marked his personal life, Brando never let it overshadow his work. Instead, he channeled his experiences into his performances, lending an authenticity and depth to his characters that was unparalleled. Brando's talent was undeniable, but the best was yet to come. In 1972, Marlon Brando took on a role that would secure his place as a cinematic legend. This was when he stepped into the shoes of Don Vito Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's epic saga, The Godfather. This portrayal of the mafia patriarch with his husky voice and stoic demeanor became an instant classic, a character study for actors and a cultural icon. The performance was nothing short of phenomenal. Brando's nuanced portrayal of a man of power and influence, yet a loving family patriarch, was so compelling it earned him his second Academy Award for Best Actor. This accolade was a testament not only to the depth of his talent, but also his ability to transform himself completely into the character he portrayed. But Brando's performance in The Godfather did more than earn him an Oscar. It redefined his career and set a new benchmark for character acting in Hollywood. His portrayal of Don Corleone was so powerful and so influential that it continues to resonate with audiences even today. Following The Godfather, Brando continued to push boundaries with his performances. He stepped into the shoes of the eccentric Colonel Kurtz in Apocalypse Now, giving a performance that was both haunting and mesmerizing. In Last Tango in Paris, he portrayed a character grappling with grief and loss, demonstrating his ability to convey raw emotion with subtlety and finesse. But Brando's contribution to cinema goes beyond his performances. He was a trailblazer who challenged the norms of Hollywood, championing method acting and paving the way for a generation of actors who would follow in his footsteps. He was not afraid to use his platform to speak out on political and social issues, highlighting his commitment to making the world a better place. And so, we arrive at the end of our journey through the life and career of Marlon Brando. From his humble beginnings, through his rise to stardom and onto his iconic roles, Brando's legacy is one of talent, tenacity, and transformation. Marlon Brando, a man who rose from a difficult childhood to become one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. Marlon Brando's journey was punctuated by triumphs, tribulations, and undeniable talent. From an early life marked by instability and poverty, he found his passion in acting, a craft he honed with dedication and determination. His rise to stardom was meteoric, his performances on both stage and screen capturing the attention of audiences and critics alike. Brando's portrayal of characters was transformative, bringing a depth and realism that forever changed the face of cinema. Despite the challenges he faced, including a stutter that lingered from his childhood, he never let adversity deter his pursuit of excellence. His roles were as diverse as they were compelling, from the brutish Stanley Kowalski to the formidable Don Vito Corleone. Each performance was a testament to his exceptional talent and the breadth of his range. In the annals of Hollywood history, Marlon Brando's name shines brightly, a testament to his extraordinary talent and enduring legacy.
Ever wondered how a boy from Nebraska became an icon of stage and screen and a vocal activist? Yes, we're talking about Marlon Brando. Born in Omaha, Nebraska, Marlon Brando was a far cry from the glamour and glitz of Hollywood. Raised in a humble household, he was known for his rebellious streak, a trait that would accompany him throughout his life and career. Young Brando was anything but ordinary, and his talent was apparent from an early age. In search of a more vibrant life, Marlon made the daring move to New York City, where he plunged into the world of acting. Enrolling at the prestigious Actors Studio, Brando immersed himself in method acting, a revolutionary approach that emphasized emotional truth and realism. This unique style would later become his signature, setting him apart from his contemporaries. When he landed the role of Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire, Brando's raw and powerful performance took the world by storm. The young actor from Nebraska had not only reached stardom but was redefining what it meant to be a star. His portrayal was so authentic, so potent, that it sent ripples through the film industry, revolutionizing acting as we know it. But Brando was more than just an actor, he was a force to be reckoned with, a rebel with a cause. It's this defiance, this willingness to break the mold and push boundaries that propelled him from ordinary to extraordinary, from actor to activist, and from star to icon. Brando's fame did not silence his voice, but rather amplified it. He stood up for what he believed in, often stirring controversy. This was a man who used his star power as a platform for social justice, unafraid to challenge the status quo and push boundaries. A fervent supporter of civil rights, Brando didn't just talk the talk, but walked the walk. In the pivotal year of 1963, he was not merely a spectator, but an active participant in the fight against segregation, joining the protest in Birmingham, Alabama. This was a time when racial tensions were high, and his involvement was not without consequence. Brando was arrested, his actions making headlines, but his conviction remained unshaken. But his activism was not limited to civil rights. Brando was a passionate advocate for Native American rights too. He saw the marginalization and mistreatment of this community, and he spoke out against it, lending his voice to those who often went unheard. Perhaps one of Brando's most controversial acts of protest was during the pinnacle of Hollywood's awards season. It was the year 1954, and Brando had just won an Oscar for his role in On the Waterfront. But instead of basking in the limelight, he chose to make a statement. He refused to accept the award, protesting the industry's treatment of blacklisted actors. The Oscar was instead accepted on his behalf by actress and civil rights activist Ruby Dee, in a move that shocked the industry and audiences alike. Brando was also a vocal critic of the Vietnam War, aligning himself with anti-war movements and using his influence to promote peace. His stance was a controversial one, at odds with many in the industry and the public, but he remained steadfast. His actions were controversial, but they were always true to his convictions. Brando's activism was a testament to his character, a reflection of his belief in justice and equality. He was a man who, in the face of controversy, chose to stand his ground, using his fame not for personal gain, but to champion causes he believed in. Behind the scenes, Brando's life was as dramatic as his roles on screen. Marlon Brando, the man who dazzled us all with his raw talent and powerful performances, had a personal life that was just as captivating. His off-screen narrative was filled with love, passion, struggle, and controversy. Brando's romantic life was, to put it mildly, vibrant. He married 3 times, first to Anna Kashfi, then to Movita Castañeda, and finally to Tarita Teriepaya. These marriages brought him 8 children, each with their own unique relationship with their famous father. But Brando's love life extended beyond his marriages. The man was known for his numerous affairs, a testament to his irresistible charm and charisma. Yet beneath the allure, Brando grappled with demons of his own. He was caught in the clutches of alcoholism and drug addiction, his life often punctuated by bouts of excessive indulgence. These struggles weren't hidden away behind closed doors. They were played out in the public eye, a stark contrast to the polished Hollywood image. Brando's personal turmoil didn't stop at substance abuse. He found himself entangled in legal issues, including charges for assault and trespassing. These incidents further darkened the cloud that seemed to perpetually hang over his personal life. His actions were frequently scrutinized, his personal struggles laid bare for all to witness. Yet amidst all this turmoil, Brando remained resilient. He never let his personal issues derail his career. Even when his life seemed to spiral out of control, he somehow managed to keep his career on track. It was as if the chaos of his personal life fueled his performances, adding an extra layer of depth and intensity to his roles. Through it all, Brando remained an enigma, a man of immense talent, plagued by personal struggles, yet never defeated. His personal life was a captivating saga, filled with love, passion, struggle, and controversy. Yet, through it all, he remained the same Brando, captivating, complex, and utterly unforgettable. Amidst the turmoil, Brando somehow managed to keep his career on track. Even as his personal life spiraled, Brando's dedication to his craft never wavered. In the twilight of his career, Brando's appearances on screen became less frequent, yet his performances were no less impactful. One of the most notable instances was Brando's involvement in the 1979 film Apocalypse Now. Brando initially declined the lead role, but after some persuasion from director Francis Ford Coppola, agreed to a supporting role. His portrayal of the enigmatic Colonel Kurtz, despite being largely improvised and shrouded in darkness, made a lasting impression on audiences and critics alike. Brando's final film appearance, however, was steeped in controversy. The 1972 film Last Tango in Paris, directed by Bernardo Bertolucci, was renowned for its explicit content and sexual nature. Brando's performance was both lauded and criticized, the film's explicit scenes sparking widespread debate over the boundaries of cinematic storytelling. It was a film that, much like Brando himself, defied convention and pushed the envelope. Brando's career was punctuated by his refusal to conform, his dedication to authenticity, and his commitment to the roles he chose. He was a trailblazer, a maverick, and an actor who was not afraid to be vulnerable on screen. In 2004, Brando's life came to an end, aged 80. He passed away from pulmonary fibrosis, a condition exacerbated by years of smoking. He was laid to rest in the Brando family plot in Illinois, his final farewell as understated as the man himself. While his personal life was tumultuous and his behavior often controversial, Marlon Brando's legacy as an actor is undeniable. His performances continue to captivate, his method-acting approach influencing generations of performers who followed. Brando's final curtain call came in 2004, but his impact on cinema is still felt today. His dedication to his craft, his passion for authenticity, and his ability to immerse himself in his roles set a new standard for acting and left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. His legacy, like the man himself, remains larger than life. Marlon Brando, a name synonymous with acting brilliance, controversy, and activism. To encapsulate Brando's life and career is to narrate a tale of extraordinary talent, fierce individuality, and unyielding commitment to the causes close to his heart. Brando's rise to stardom was meteoric, a testament to his raw acting prowess and magnetic screen presence. From his iconic roles that brought him fame to his unyielding dedication to his craft, Brando's career was a masterclass in acting that continues to resonate in the world of cinema. But Brando was more than just an actor. He was a voice for the voiceless, a champion for social justice. His commitment to civil rights, Native American rights, and anti-war movements were not mere footnotes in his life. They were integral to his identity. He was unafraid to use his platform to advocate for change, even when it courted controversy. Whether it was his arrest during a segregation protest in Birmingham or his refusal to accept an Oscar to highlight the industry's treatment of blacklisted actors, Brando's activism was as bold and uncompromising as his acting. Yet, like any human being, Brando was not without his flaws. His personal life was a tumultuous whirlwind of marriages, affairs, and legal troubles. His struggles with alcoholism and drug use, along with his confrontations with the law, have often clouded public perception of him. But these struggles also serve as a reminder that beneath the larger-than-life persona was a man grappling with the same human frailties we all face. In the twilight of his career, Brando continued to captivate audiences with his performances, albeit less frequently. His decision to turn down the lead role in Apocalypse Now, only to later accept a supporting role, showcases his unpredictability. His final film, Last Tango in Paris, stirred controversy, a fitting end to a career that thrived on challenging norms. Marlon Brando left us on the 1st of July 2004, but his legacy continues to shape the world of film. His life was as complex and multifaceted as the characters he portrayed, and his impact on cinema is undeniable. Despite the controversies and personal struggles, his body of work stands as a testament to his genius, inspiring new generations of actors to push boundaries and challenge the status quo. His life was a roller coaster ride, but through it all, Marlon Brando remains one of the greatest actors of our time, inspiring new generations with his body of work.